I'm here in New York, about to illegally vote for Zoran Mamdani 6 times. Yeah.
But one of the things that you're seeing with Mamdani, one of the things that you're seeing with I think a lot of politicians these days is if you just say the problem but don't offer a solution, that might be enough. If you just say affordability, 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 and then your solutions are absolutely ridiculous, like tried and true failures, people don't care about the solutions. They just care that you empathize with the problem. The problem is that if you never solve it, then you are going to continue to see this kind of pendulum swing for young people from right to left and then back to right.
It whispers. Loss of memory, brain fog, emotional instability, early dementia in your 30s. It's already happening. And still, you keep them in. Stylish, wireless, convenient, no wires, just radiation direct to your cortex. You're not listening to music, you're slowly, permanently rewiring your brain into mush. Wake up or melt quiet. You don't wear hair calls. You wear a microwave transmitter inches from your temporal lobe. You pump pulsed radiation into your skull for hours, daily, repeatedly. And then you wonder why you can't think straight anymore. Oxidative stress, research, brain tissue breakdown, DNA fragmentation in neural cells. But they'll say it's within safe limits. Who defines safe? The same people that said cigarettes don't kill? Let me tell you, studies on rats showed visible brain damage after chronic exposure to low-level RF waves. Henry Lai proved it. The system tried to silence him. And now we're doing the same thing to ourselves, willingly.
One thing I need y'all to understand is some people genuinely cannot conceptualize ideas. I learned my first year in psychology, one of the most interesting things I ever learned. There are some people who literally cannot fathom certain ideas. Like, if I say this is a water bottle, they're like, no, it's not. Now, obviously, this is too obvious an example. But there are some people who you give them an unbiased article, and they can only point out the things that confirm their mindset already, and they're physically, mentally incapable of conceptualizing ideas. It's a serious phenomenon. So before y'all get on here and argue with certain dynamics of people, think about if that dynamic of person can really understand the conversation. There's people you cannot argue with. You can't, because they can't understand where you're coming from. It's a psychological thing. I can't remember what it's called. I learned in my freshman year in psychology. I cannot remember what it's called, but they literally cannot, they can't grasp it. They cannot understand it. No matter how much you explain it, no matter how much you break it down, no matter how much research you give them, they can only find the things that agree with their point. So don't argue with it.
Do you know that Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11? Did you know that Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein were enemies? Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden were enemies. When Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait to go ahead and try to get the oil or get them to lower the prices so that he wouldn't have to compete or whatever the fuck it may be, what ended up happening was Osama offered the Mujahideen, because they had just beat the Russians in the 80s in Afghanistan, he offered the Mujahideen and said, hey, Saudi Arabian royal family, I will fight Saddam on your behalf. And then he was livid because the Saudi royal family said, oh no, we have the Americans, they'll go ahead and defend us. He's like, wait, why do we have Americans, infidels, defending Arab land? This is against the Quran, this is haram. And they were like, nah, get out of here, Saddam. And they fucking sent him to Sudan and ostracized him. And then guess what? Al-Qaeda ended up getting created. So Osama actually hated Saddam and he wanted to fight him. All a fucking lie. It was all a lie.
We just sent $100 billion of your tax money.
Let's met this guy, the pirate from movie Captain Phillips. You know, the one that says, look at me, I'm the captain now. I thought he was kind of hot, you know, all malnourished. But I cannot sleep with man if he's not my brother.
Ah, of course.
So I go to Ancestry.com to see if he related to me, and bam, I find out he is my brother. So now I'm about to make him my captain.
Square has a new face. Meet Zorhan, Democrat for mayor.
I'm ready to tax the rich and send the NYPD back to the stables.
Pro-Palestine, pro-halal, pro-camel rides in Central Park.
The city deserves a mayor who isn't afraid to shake things up. Zorhan will reinvest police dollars into housing and schools, bring real justice for Palestine, and yes, make billionaires finally pay their fair share.
Just like a symbol of unity, this Campia belongs here on the crown of freedom.
Come to Times Square. This is my halal cart. This is what it's all about.
Vote for me, and you can have a goat like this, using EBT benefits.
They never told you it was venom. I didn't know it was venom. I looked it up. What kind of drug is this? Oh, it's a GLP-1 drug. What the hell does GLP-1 drug mean? Never heard that in my life. Holy crap, it comes from the venom of a lizard? I want to ask you, all of you at home, how many of you are convinced that you or your loved ones are overweight and diabetic because you have a Gila monster venom deficiency? And oh my God, God forgot to put enough of that damn Gila Monster's venom in your body, and you ran out. Now you're fat and overweight and you're diabetic. So now you need to inject that venom inside your body every week, once a week. This is the insanity you live in. This is the deception you live in. Just because they called it Wegovy and Ozempic and said it was FDA approved, did I go, oh, it must be safe and effective. I don't know why these people's stomachs are being paralyzed and why they say they're going to develop cancer in their thyroid after a year. Really? Go look it up. I didn't know anything about this drug. It didn't even exist when I graduated school. How did I go on platforms like the Diamond and Silk Show the very next week? We bring this up and I'm educating the whole world about this drug. And then everybody's calling me, wanting on their shows to talk about, oh my God, it's another drug made by...
Empire lasts 250 years. Well, next year, 2026, that's when America celebrates its 250th year. There's already been speculation that Babylon is about to fall. Empire lasts 250 years, usually. And America is approaching that point in time. All great nations had their run. And then guess what? It falls. Talk about Assyria, 247 years. Persia, 208 years. Greece, 231 years. The Roman Republic, 233 years. The Roman Empire, 207 years. That's a big one. The Arab Empire, 246 years. Or Mamluk Empire, 267 years. The Ottoman Empire, 250 years. Spain, 250 years. Russia, Romanov Russia, 234 years. Britain, 250 years. America is approaching that. That is why it seems like America is about to fall. It's because it's already written. It's because it's a spiritual thing. It's all spiritual. Do y'all not see it? Do you not see it? Look at this list. None of them went past 250 years. Well, America might have a year left. And if it goes longer than that, that would surprise me.
Veronica asked, hi, I'm from Brazil, and I want to know what Lincoln thinks the best profession in the world is. What do you think's the best job ever?
Eating the butt.
Do people get paid for eating
What did you just tell me? The tiny patsy.
They're what? Your voice cracked. They're what?
The cat patsy.
What are they? Show me the bag. Let me see the bag. Turn the bag around. Hold it up by you. Turn it around. And they're what?
The patsy.
The patsy.
Yeah.
You still gonna eat them?
It ain't Jesus. It ain't say God. Wow. It said you cannot say the name Jesus.
Were you in the world this time?
Yeah, I was in the world. Yeah. This secular music. It's not even Christian music. Not even a thought about Christian. So I'm there, and I'm looking at that. I'm looking at through the deal. I'm just skimming through it. I'm not even caring. I'm trying to where the dotted lines at so I can sign. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then my homeboy grabbed it. He like, oh, let me just before you sign, bro. Let me just look through it real quick, bro. Bro, he like it's like he knew where the page was or something. He was just flipping, bro. He like stop. He was like, bro, you didn't read this? I said, read what? Bible the thing said you could not say that. Like literally in verbatim, it said you could not say the name Jesus. It didn't say God. Wow. It said you cannot say the name Jesus. I forgot what else it said, but it said like or else. Like it's like it was like a threat in there or something. But they'll basically say like they know your family, where they live at. They know who your family is. It's stuff that's in those like dotted lines that we will not read, but it's literally them saying like in my terminology, if you say the name Jesus, you're gonna die, or something gonna happen to you.
It's like God always intervenes, bro. When it comes to you, bro, it's like
I don't even know.
Bro, that was God intervention with a normal dude, not even in Christ.
Not in Christ at all.
I know why. It's because you're pure-hearted, bro.
Literally.
Wow.
I just think pure-hearted will see God.
Amen. Literally.
Well, they tell people you cannot say the name Jesus.
The devil took all the producers, the musicians, the designers, moved us all out to Hollywood, moved us all out to New York, chasing gold statues. Literally signing a contract and selling our souls. They got contracts out there that say you can't say Jesus. When we was working on this album, people used to be coming over to the studio just to say Jesus as loud as they wanted to.
따라해보세요. salty. 이런 말이에요. 이렇게 단어를 잘 안 들어준 친구가 있어요. salty.
Hey, where you at? What are you doing?
I lost something up under here. I lost my ring up under the bed. So I'm trying to look for it.
Let me help you.
I got it. Like, I don't need your help.
Put his eyes in the back.
Come on. No, you don't even have anything to eat it with. No.
I can't reach.
You always try to look for me.
Oh, you want to shoot fast, huh? Yeah. Famous last words.
You have to register Jerry's fingers with the FBI. He's running full auto.
Too many bullets, unless you're swimming.
I got my semi-automatic staple gun, as you do.
Oh, get some, guy, right in the center. Stick around in about a second.
This is where the tooth fairy should show up and load my clips. But
Now, don't freak out that he just called magazines clips. When you can shoot as well as Jerry, you can call them Bullock McBoom bars.
Get some!
But they're terrified, and they want to be on the right side if he becomes mayor. But it goes to show the dysfunction of the Democrat Party, both here in New York and nationally. And understand, the last couple of election cycles, they were able to quell this kind of AOC socialist base. Bernie Sanders won the primary in 2016, but there were a lot of gamesmanship by Hillary Clinton. He was probably going to win it in 2020. Remember, there were more games with Joe Biden. So that base has been quelled for over a decade. And Mamdani, we're about to hear them
the
roll.
ingenuity of today's modern soldier. Behold, a broken broom? Nay, it is fixed with but a local logical stick. Something that can be found in any battlefield. For today's modern problems require modern solution. And nothing is more lethal than the soldier's
Bridge is
mind.
now open to traffic after 3 years of construction. The Huajing Grand Canyon Bridge in southwest China towers 625 metres above the ground. That's almost 9 times as tall as San Francisco's Golden Gate. Time across a deep canyon from 2 hours to 2 minutes.
I mean, that's impressive, though. Another awkward day with my child.
Have you tried introducing yourself to her?
The world's only 6-wheeled, LS-powered Testarossa.
But this was a true collab with the guys out of France, Danton Arts and Frenchie's Customs out of Milwaukee. I told them I wanted a 6-wheel Testarossa because I had some Testarossas laying around.
By the way, before we go any
You know, I just had some Testarossas laying around, as you do.
further, let's quickly play the clip that went absolutely...
Bro.
When people say
That's
viral
pretty sick.
nowadays, sometimes they're like, oh, it went viral and it got 1 million views. It's not viral anymore. This went viral.
How many
in
views?
the hundreds of millions.
So we made a deal with them, and they were going to do their part. It was a true, like, Gas Monkey times Frenchie collab. The deal kind of fell apart.
Congressional
The Danton
Democrats
guy-
wish to do to America. Just look at the result of yesterday's election in New York, where their party installed a communist as the mayor of the largest city in the nation. And now let's see how a communist does in New York. We're going to see how that works out. And we'll help them. We'll help them. We want New York to be successful. We'll help them a little bit, maybe.
You know, it's sad because there's still a lot of American citizens, some good people out there in New York City, but we also want to see communism fall on its face, as it has happened time and time again. I made a new friend at work today. Okay, I'll do the dishes. Oh, I like this heavenly light that comes between the links. China censoring at its finest.
My third.
The whole menu?
The whole menu? Everything on the menu? You got it, sir.
Diner stayed busy for reasons nobody questioned. In 1962, along a rural stretch outside Tallulah, Louisiana, a woman named Evelyn Crow operated a small roadside diner nearly 20 miles from the nearest town. The place was popular with men traveling alone, truck drivers, oil workers, salesmen passing through the area. Locals trusted Evelyn. She was quiet, polite, and consistent. And she was known for one thing: her house-made breakfast sausages, served every morning. While taking orders, Evelyn often asked male customers the same question: does anyone know you're stopping here tonight? In November 1962, a pipeline inspector named Harold Knox stopped at the diner after his truck broke down nearby. He ate dinner, signed the guest book, and rented the small room behind the kitchen. That night, Harold woke to the sound of someone breathing. A figure stood near the doorway, holding something heavy. When he reached for the lamp, the figure rushed toward him. Harold escaped through a side window and ran to the highway. Deputies arrived shortly after. When questioned, Evelyn Crow did not deny entering the room. She calmly said, "They don't usually wake up." That statement triggered a full search of the property. Behind the diner, deputies uncovered several shallow burial sites. The remains were incomplete. Inside a smokehouse, they found sealed packages of cured meat that investigators described as uncomfortably familiar. State testing confirmed the tissue did not match any livestock processed in the region. The packages were removed from evidence and destroyed by incineration. Records later showed that every missing person linked to the diner was male. The diner was closed the same day. This roadside diner stayed busy for reasons nobody...
Somehow, we got a creature that looks like the hybrid of a rat and a human. Neither humans nor rats are supposed to look this way. The creature is hunched and has bare skin, with the only hair available to it on its head and back. Some theories stated that this thing we see is the result of a divine punishment meted out to a young girl who tore apart the Quran. Yes, she was allegedly cursed by Allah. The story was meant to be a warning, yet almost everyone with whom I engaged who saw this image as a child claimed it traumatized them, especially those in the Islamic faith for whom it was made. Many reported having nightmares after seeing this image. One person was walking around with a camera filming the experience. You could see people sitting around a bonfire talking and others just walking about. Everything seemed normal until one particular clip revealed something no one expected. While the person filming slowly pans the camera across the scene, something strange happens. As the lens moves across the group, we briefly catch a strange figure moving through the space between the people. It looks almost human in shape, but not quite. The figure moves quickly and silently, passing by the fire and into the shadows on the other side. What's unsettling is that no one noticed it in real time. Not the people sitting around the fire, not the person behind the camera. No one saw or even felt anything. It wasn't until they reviewed the footage later that the figure was spotted, and it left everyone shocked. Skeptics, however, dismiss it as just smoke from the fire or a shadow, but watching closely, you can clearly see something step out of the woods on the left, walk calmly between the campers, and disappear into the darkness on the opposite side. What makes this even creepier is that the figure didn't stop, didn't interact, and didn't react to anyone there. It just walked through as if none of them existed. So did they capture a ghost? A forest spirit? Some were flying over a dense forest island when the unexpected happened. While they were enjoying the view, one person had their camera out filming the landscape below, and that's when they noticed something strange. There, walking through the trees, was a massive dark figure. It wasn't trying to blend in, it stood tall and still, watching the aircraft as it passed overhead. You can clearly see its shape in the video, but it didn't look like Bigfoot or any creature we usually hear about. This figure looked more humanoid. It appeared to be wearing a long dark robe, and the tourists were shocked. Some are now speculating that this could be one of the giants long rumored to have once roamed the earth. Legends speak of massive beings that lived in remote places away from humans, and maybe, just maybe, some of them still do. Could this be one of them? In the middle of the night, a motor rider was brought to a sudden halt. Right there in the middle of the road, a strange woman stood ahead, blocking his path. He thought it was just someone who'd lost their way, but the way she stood didn't feel right, so the rider slowed down. The road was empty, and it was late, so he had to get on his way, but this woman was there blocking him. Eventually, he mustered up courage and decided to keep riding, but oddly, the strange person also started to run away when he got closer. Unfortunately, we never got a close look at who or what she was. What do you think, though? Was that a woman out there late at night, or did he encounter an entity of some sort? Humans are already a little freaked out by how robots keep getting smarter and more human-like, but it seems scientists don't exactly share that fear. Researchers from MIT have developed new imaging technology that, this tech allows to see through solid matter. Yeah, through walls and boxes. It works by using signals similar to Wi-Fi to detect movement and shapes behind obstacles. The system is called M-Norm, and it's designed to let robots visualize what's happening on the other side of a barrier without needing a clear line of sight. That means they can track objects or even people who are hidden from view. So if you ever imagined yourself running from a rogue robot and thought hiding behind a wall would save you, well, not anymore. That wall will not do much if the robot has this tech. Well, that's terrifying, right? While it's an incredible leap for robotics and imaging, it definitely adds to the growing list of things that make robots just a little too powerful. People have all sorts of ghost encounters, and not all of them look the same. Some ghosts appear just like us, humanoid figures in old-fashioned clothes, shadows in the hallway, and many more. But now and then, someone captures something so strange, it doesn't even fit the usual ghost story. One woman was home alone when she decided to take a quick video of her living room. Nothing unusual was happening. She simply panned the camera across the room, filming the empty couch. But instead, she saw this. Floating just above the couch was a smoke-like figure. She immediately freaked out. There was no smoke in the house and the windows were closed. The thing looked like something forming. Some viewers said it resembled a spirit manifesting, like an entity in the process of taking shape. Others argued it could be a camera distortion or dust caught in the light, but the woman insisted there was nothing in the room when she filmed it. Some say ghosts are souls with unfinished business, but what if some spirits never looked human to begin with? What if some of them are just something else entirely?